Hey, good afternoon, everybody. John here at Havoc Maker Studio. Hoping you guys have been having a good Christmas month. No, a good couple first week or two of December. That's what I mean. And hopefully, you guys had a good Thanksgiving. So, a lot to unpack in this episode. So, first, let's get into some gaming stuff and then we'll delve into some other serious ish matters. So, first up, Star Wars Legion's gotten some updates. Shatterpoint, we've been seeing more updates for the what comes in the box, the terrain boxes. So some really cool stuff's been coming out on the Atomic Mass Games Facebook page and their Instagram, and of course on their Shatterpoint Facebook page. It's a separate page. And then, of course, we've gotten some great Marvel Crisis Protocol updates. The only thing that we knew originally that was coming in 2023 is the Hydra Tank, which is an ultimate encounter, and the two separate terrain sets, the bunker, which is two bunkers, and the turrets, which is two turrets, sold separately. We knew that those were going to come out in January, I think January 13th, which I thought fantastic. That's really cool. Um, but I thought that was still kind of a light month, but we still had, the whole year. We're still waiting to see. And we got some good updates on what was coming. They did some great teasers, the way I like to see them do their teasers. They'll do the silhouettes, and we get to sit there and guess. Oh my gosh, what is that? Is that this person, that person? And we make some bad guesses and have to pay for it by giving out prizes and stuff or giveaways. So we've all pretty much figured that the one that they showed was definitely Rhino, and I'm actually kind of impressed. I was a little nervous that they were going to go with the version of the Rhino with Paul Giamatti. I think that's who it was that played it in the second or is it first Spider-Man movie with Andrew Garfield, which I still think is the better Spider-Man. Um, Now I hate Tom Holland because he's dating, you know who. So, anyways, I think this looks right now from what we can see from this and the 3D image that they have up on their Asmodee shop page, or what they will have. We'll get a little better example. See that hind end. Yes, I want to see what the ass looks like because he's showing it to the world. And all I could think about is Ace Ventura and him trying to wiggle his way out of that animatronic rhino's ass. So it's gonna be really. Oh, I think we might just started some memes. Anyways, he looks good, sculpted really good. The textures look great. I never know what to think about these stances like this, but I'll take it. Instead of him just standing there like in a superhero pose, he's got that almost superhero landing pose, but he doesn't do a lot of jumping around. It's more of the I'm about to charge you and ram you with my big old long hard horn. That's what he's going to do. So it'll be interesting to see how this guy pans out, which is cool. I would really love, and I doubt we're going to see it. I'd almost like to see him kind of on a being an anti-hero because there's a very brief period in time recently in the comics where he gave up the criminal life, had a wife and everything, and then some bad things happen. His wife dies, and he's like, you know what? Um, I'm suiting up and I'm going after her killers. And it was really sad because you got to see somebody turn over a new leaf, a new life. Even Spider Man was like, hey, man, well done. And then they take it away from him. Such a tragedy. Anyways, cool that they've got the Rhino. I'm digging it. And then we also saw that there's going to be a box with Agent Venom, Flash Thompson, and with Spider Woman Jessica Drew. I'm glad they went with at least Jessica Drew, somebody that's a classic character versus somebody like Silk, which is no, she's known, but she's not well known. I mean, Jessica Drew is an iconic character. Um, she's been around a lot longer than I can't remember the other. She popped out around Secret Wars. She took over the Spider-Man uniform. It was black and white. She is now the new Madam Web, or will be the new Madam Web. I can't think of her name. Red-haired gal. Anyways, I think they did a great job with this Agent Venom. They definitely have. There's a lot of artwork that I've seen, even over on the Marvel Strike Force mobile game, which is actually kind of fun. You have an image in one of the panels that the loading screens is very similar to this. My only issue, because I got to have an issue, my only issue are the guns. I'm guessing that they have to go with these guns so they don't make them look like real modern day guns and people get up in arms. But in almost all the imagery I have seen of Agent Venom, he has modern guns. So I've got some 3D print files with like M4s, M7s, some I think some HK 416s, those type of things, and even some a variety of Glocks and such. I might just, if I do get this model, I'm probably just going to print those off and do a hard swap with these because I just don't like the way those weapons look. They this company Atomic Mass Games, maybe it's because they're trying to not use real world weapons, but everybody that tends to have guns in this game or in the comics that they're pulling for the game have usually real world weapons, and it's not disheartening. It's just disappointing. I don't know if this is like they're pandering, not pandering. I shouldn't say that. Maybe they're doing this because they don't want to catch flack from parents, right? So, which totally makes sense. I'm not gonna berate them. I it's on a personal level. I'm a little disappointed. I like to see, what they actually wield versus we're gonna do these weird space age guns that don't have make a whole lot of sense. I really don't know what's going on with these weapons. So on a personal level, I'm gonna swap those out. Not that anybody particularly cares, but I just want a little bit more realism to it. And then we have Jessica Drew, which is going to be interesting because she's actually a lot more powerful than people really think she is. She's got some, if I remember correctly, she got some super strength, speed, agility, all that kind of stuff. She doesn't, if I remember, she doesn't do a whole lot of web spinning, but she does have a bioelectric. Basically, she has a venom sting that Miles Morales, I'm going to say Miles Morales creator, stole from Jessica Drew. She's got a couple other things that she can do. She's really a cool character. She's got a lot of screen time recently. Well, not screen time. Panel time. There we go. Panel time in the comics. A lot of up and downs going on. Just had a baby, and she's gotten back into the heroing thing. Good friends with Carol Danvers, not Brie Larson, Carol Danvers, but Carol Danvers, the cool one in the comics. Going through some issues with being addicted to a drug that kind of soups her up, and some really cool things going on there. Now, both her and Agent Venom are going to be dropping the 10th of February, tentatively. But coming alongside the Rhino, the Hydra Tank and stuff is also going to be the Web Warriors box. Now, a lot of you already probably have the Web Warriors box, or not, I mean the contents of the box. You probably already either downloaded and printed off the character cards, or you've gotten the character card pack that came out this year, many months ago. So this probably has no value to a lot of you, but those of you that have been waiting, this is now the perfect time to get it because this is going to be a bargain. You are going to probably save enough to where you're in it. It's only you're basically getting buy two get two free, or buy one get one free. It's coming out as a good deal for you guys. And if you're just jumping in and you want to dive neck deep into the Web Warrior affiliation, which is a really good affiliation, then especially with Jessica Drew and Agent Venom right around the corner, this is going to be the perfect box. Now, this box alongside Rhino and the Hydra stuff, is going to drop the 13th of January tentatively. Obviously, shipping stuff could happen, just like with the Sentinels in Canada and other parts of the world. So these things can get kind of mixed up. So we're still waiting around for a lot of Shatterpoint news. They are going to drip feed us all the imagery up front, all the gooey awesomeness, and really get us into this like frenzied, frothy, maniacal, rabid type gnashing of teeth as we wait for even the first inkling of some rules. And then once those rules drop, we're going to pounce on it and try to break it down. And it's going to be something like, well, they can move 6 inches. Oh my God, 6 inches. Then that means this person can move 12 inches and this one's too big and clunky. They're going to move 3 inches and maybe they can move diagonally and fly and use forced levitation and all these. We're going to get really crazy because you know how YouTubers are, you know how fans are, you know how gamers are. It's going to be crazy when that first bit of information drops. And hopefully we will be covering it when it happens. The reason why I say hopefully, I should say when it happens, sometime after. And that's where we're going to get to the kind of the tough part. So if you guys have not noticed, I have been off camera or out of the studio for the past week and a half-ish, maybe 2 weeks now. We haven't done any of the giveaways. In regards to the people that have won the giveaway so far, I have not gotten in touch with them, or they have not gotten in touch with me, vice versa. So I'm putting the whole thing on hold until I can solve what is going on with the reaching out to people for the giveaways. I've got to make sure that what I'm doing, the way I'm doing it, is the correct way, and that the fault is not on my end, right? And if it is, then I'll have to correct that. And if the fault is actually on the winner's end, well, then that's going to be on them. So I'm going to work on a new creative way. Now, when we compound that with the constant or near constant trying to review games, do videos, learn how to do editing better, everything I'm trying to do for the studio, plus my commission painting, plus my own hobbying, plus writing an RPG, writing a companion novel, which both of those are virtually done except for heavy editing on, I've got to rewrite at least 2 chapters on the companion novel, but heavy editing on the novel, light editing on the RPG, just needs some light editing with, I've got some extra notes for some additional content, and then finding the artists, going through hundreds of artists. Literally, I've gone through hundreds of artists trying to find the right one and negotiate some prices. Some negotiating did not go well. It was outside of my price range. And yes, we can go to Kickstarter and everything, but I'm trying to get everything done with an RPG and the novel all done at the same time. So when it does go to Kickstarter, the only thing we're doing is getting the funding, that the book is ready to go, minus maybe a couple tiny fixes that can actually be done within a day or two. I want that book ready to go 100%. So once we have the funding and make any minor, tiniest of corrections, we can send it to printer after the Kickstarter is over, and it can get to you guys as fast as possible, right? That is the goal right now. So got all that compounded. Got some health stuff going on. The VA is not very helpful if you guys have never been to the VA. I would probably get better help by going to my local, I don't want to say shiny rock that you can smoke dealer on the street corner that's panhandling. I could probably get better medical attention from them. And all the PTSD. I don't even know how to else to say it besides that. I do have PTSD, and it's not something I like to talk about too much, but there's so much going on right now, and I'm not being pulled in the different directions. I feel like I'm being assaulted from the different directions. I feel like I'm the Alamo, as an analogy, not as a literal thing or alluding to, bad things that'll happen. But bad things did happen at the Alamo. We all know that. So I'm going to be taking a break from the channel, from a lot of things for the next few weeks as I get my head on straight, basically take a break. I need to, because I've stretched myself so thin on so many different things, and I can't give the quality service for the commission painting, the quality work on my own projects, and do quality videos, which my personal opinion, the quality of my videos have not been that great. So I'm doing a disservice to you all, to my customers, and to my own work. I've got to stop. I need to basically get my bearings and not be a second lieutenant trying to land nav, right? So if you guys can do me a favor, wait patiently. You don't have to unsubscribe if you guys want to. That totally understandable. If you stay subscribed, doesn't hurt you to stay subscribed. If you guys could do me a favor, is down below there is a bell, a little bell symbol, usually I think to the left of the subscribe button, and that's the notification bell. If you click on it, click everything, the top one. When we come back on in a few weeks, or if, I'm going to say if, because there's always that possibility that I will say I can't do this anymore. That probability is tiny, but the possibility exists, right? So put that notification bell on one way or the other. That tiny, less than 1%, like 1/100% chance that I say I'm done, or hey, we're back and there's our new content, our new layout, new editing. Everything is great and grand. Where I'm paying you guys back for your support. Either way, there's going to be a video in a few weeks. All right, probably sometime right after the first of the year. So just hit that notification bell. I'll be back. And for those of you that are subscribers that are in my inner circle, you guys have my personal contact information. I'm not in any danger. There's just too much going on, and I need a break. Not like Ross and Rachel break, just, a break. All right. Thanks guys for your support. Please be safe through the holidays, and make sure that you guys, if you guys are having some problems, especially my veterans or anybody out there that's suffering from PTSD issues, the depression, the memory loss, the anger, the everything, reach out to somebody. All right. Get some help. It doesn't hurt you. It doesn't make you a lesser person. Actually makes you a stronger person by asking for help. So please do so. Anyways, guys and gals, thank you so much for watching and supporting throughout the past 2 years. And I will very likely, you know what? I will see you in 2023. So be safe. Have a great holiday. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.